What up, guys? It's your boy A Major. I'm here in the Studio 55, A Major Studios, whatever you want to call it. I'm here because I told you guys I was gonna do a reveal, do an unboxing for my new Sabians. I did recently just switch from Zildjan, so sorry guys, sorry you Zildjan fans. I had to do it. I did it mainly because the type of music I do, really. To be honest with you, I do gospel, I do R&B, Motown, stuff like that. So to me, and this is just my preference, not stating any facts, Sabians just sound a little bit better to me for that type of music, you know? I just like the way they're smooth, they fit in a little bit better to me with the music that I do, so that's why I decided to go that way. I am also working on trying to get an endorsement with Sabian, so that was another deciding factor. But I just love the cymbals. I've been playing them for forever. So, yeah, enough of that. Let's get this started. All right, so the first cymbal is going to be, waiting on this. The HHX Evolution hi-hats. Yes, Lord. Yes. So, guys, I have to tell you this just from an experienced drummer. You definitely want to have a decent pair of hi-hats on your setup. If you're serious about drumming, you know, if you're doing shows, cymbals is one thing where you really have to spend money on. You can go cheap on a kit, you can go cheap on stands, but cymbals, drum heads, stuff like that, you have to spend the money for. Not necessarily you have to go top of the line like with the HHX, but you know, you do need to spend a little bit. I do a lot of shows. I travel a lot. My band Major Sound, we're actually booking shows now. So, you know, I'm getting a lot more exposure. So I definitely want to have something that sounds good. So I decided to go with the HHX Evolution. I have played them at a Guitar Center before. And at another church I played at. And they sound amazing. They're bright, warm. They're piercing with the music. They fit in, but they don't, you know, overpower the music. You know, some hi-hats I've heard, they overpower the music. It's just, but these things fit in. They sound really good. So I would definitely recommend, you know, the HH Evolution hi-hats. These are the 14-inch, by the way. These things sound amazing. They look good too, y'all. Like, they really do. They look amazing. So I bet when some lights hit these, they're gonna blind you. It's gonna be dope. Cool. All right, next cymbal. Okay, cool. Next cymbal is the AAX 17-inch Explosion Crash. So, little story about this one. I actually was playing at a church probably about 6 or 7 months ago, not too long ago. But I saw this cymbal, and you know, immediately when you think Explosion Crash, you're thinking like, oh man, this thing is gonna sound like a China. It's gonna just destroy music when you hit it. This thing sounds amazing, especially cymbal swells. I fell in love with this cymbal. I actually tried to get the guy whose cymbal it was to sell it to me, but he knew how good a cymbal this was, and he wasn't gonna sell it. So I had to, you know, I had to go ahead and get one of my own. But this cymbal right here is amazing. I use this as my main crash. Most people, you know, a lot of people use 16 inches as their main crash. I like something a little bit bigger, but not too big, like an 18-inch. Because when I use this as my main crash and I hit it, because this is probably going to be one you hit more often, I don't want it to swell long. I don't want it to sustain long. I want it to be kind of quick, but I also want it to have some presence when I hit it. So that's why I usually go to 17. This is another attractive cymbal as well. If you can see, it's got like this kind of faded bell on it that sounds amazing. It also sounds good if you ride it too. I didn't know that, but this thing does. It has a really nice bell. So yeah, this is 17-inch AAX Explosion Crash. Alright, next up. Woo! Had to get this one. This right here, guys, is the 18-inch AAX Ozone Crash. So anybody knows, if you go Sabian, if you play Sabian, you have to have an Ozone cymbal. Like, you just have to have it. For one, it looks cool on the kit, because, you know, it just has that look, but at the same time, the sound and the different things you can do with it is a very versatile cymbal. My first Ozone actually was the XS20 16-inch Ozone that I still have, and I still love it. I use it usually to the side of my main crash, but it's an awesome cymbal. So for my main right-sided crash, I use, I usually go to 18 inch. Before I got this, I was using the 18 inch XS20 crash, and that thing sounds amazing. Shout out to the XS20, the people who made that series of cymbals for Sabian. Those are some amazing cymbals. I'm not getting rid of those out of my setup, my rig at all. But I had to go with a different one to kind of replace it. I'm gonna just move that other one over somewhere else. But this is an awesome sounding cymbal. It's very versatile, like I said. It's not super trashy. It still has that crash presence, but it's very piercing, and it has a lot of dynamics you can do with a lot of different things. Cymbal swells sound amazing. You can ride it as a China, type thing if you want to. But this thing, it sounds amazing. And last but not least, the big beauty, the AAX 21 inch stage ride. This right here. So it took me a long time to kind of decide on what type of ride cymbal I want to go with. Like I kind of said before, the two main cymbals you want to spend money on, if you're on a budget or you don't have the money, to fork out hundreds of dollars on cymbals, definitely focus on your hi-hats and your ride. Because if you're doing gospel music, pretty much any music that you're doing, your hi-hat and your ride cymbal, that's going to be the two main cymbals that are going to be heard and stand out the most. Crashes, you can about play with any crash, cheap crash, expensive crash, and if it's mic'd properly, or not even mic, but a crash is a crash. You're going to get a decent sound out of a crash. Of course you're going to get better sounds out of, more expensive crashes that have, better, more expensive, elements in them. But, crashes, you can get away with a crash. But a ride cymbal, you can tell the difference in a trash ride, and you can tell the difference in a trashy pair of hi-hats. Because your hi-hats are going to sound like you're hitting, cardboard box or you're playing on the table. It's not going to sound good. But I had to go with this one. I actually decided to go with this one over the HHX Evolution, because just for the fact that it was a 20 inch HHX Evolution. I wanted to go a little bit bigger. The 22 was like a custom thing. I think that's only in the pack. I didn't want to get the pack, so now I wanted something bigger than the 20, so I decided to go with the 21 inch AAX stage ride. And this thing sounds and looks amazing, people. Let me just tell you, the bell on it has a smaller bell. You would be surprised though, but even with the smaller bell, it sounds so good. It's very close sounding to a ping, kind of like a ping ride, but it has a lot more sustain. So I would definitely recommend this cymbal. Yeah, so that's pretty much, that's the unboxing of my new Sabians. I'm officially 100% over with Sabian. So yeah, I encourage you guys, try Sabian out if you haven't picked a brand. It is definitely an awesome brand of cymbal. I'm not endorsed yet by Sabian, but I am currently working on that. So you guys are going to see something very soon from me in that area, because that is coming soon. I'm just letting y'all know I'm already working on it. It's about to happen. It's going to happen. Already, it's going to happen. I'm just telling you. So yeah, sorry Zildjan. I appreciate you the 16, 17 plus years I've been rocking with you. Awesome. It just was time to make a switch, just time to make a switch. But yeah, so you guys have a good day. Appreciate you watching this video. Share it, like it if you can. I think I'm gonna start doing more videos like this if you guys like it. So yeah, A Major out.